This module will introduce the improvement methodology called Lean. By the end of this module, learners will be able to define Lean and Lean thinking, describe Lean culture, discuss the voice of the customer, define Kaizen, and identify Lean tools and practices that will be introduced in later modules. As we walk through the Model for Improvement roadmap together and work on an improvement project, we can benefit from using Lean thinking, tools, and methods throughout the process. Lean thinking involves utilizing tools and methods to generate rapid and sustainable organizational improvements through a focus on customer-defined value. This thinking began with the Toyota production system in 1900s Japan and has since spread to many other areas, such as healthcare, government, education, nonprofit organizations, etc. Lean thinking is different from other philosophies of change because it is customer-focused and concentrates on improving an entire system or process rather than simply optimizing individual components. Through careful planning and the use of QI tools, including the Rapid Improvement Kaizen events, Lean thinking creates rapid and sustainable changes, which lead to rapid and sustainable results. With Lean thinking, we focus on eliminating waste to improve efficiency, speed, and quality of processes. By having a system-wide focus and including entire organizations in the identification and implementation of change, Lean thinking encourages organization-wide accountability, standards, discipline, and trust. Lean never focuses on the individual, but rather the system as a whole. Webster's Dictionary defines Lean as containing little or no fat. Lean thinking helps lead an organization to develop the pervasive and empowered culture based on a bias towards the systemic, endless elimination of waste driven by customer expectation. There are 5 main Lean principles to keep in mind when working on improvement projects. Specify value. In Lean, value is defined from the customer's point of view. Identify the value stream. We will talk about value stream mapping later in this module, but the value stream includes the entire systematic process from beginning to end, including all value-adding and non-value-adding processes. Create flow. Lean thinking focuses on creating better flow through waste elimination and reduction. Pull from the customer. Making sure resources are replenished so that the customer never waits more than necessary. Seek perfection. In Lean thinking, we are constantly seeking perfection, which means we are always improving. When thinking about Lean and how to apply it to your own organization, consider the following visual. In North Carolina, we love grilling out in the summer. Think about a nice big steak or ribs on the grill. Have you ever opened a spare ribs package, turned over the rack, and found so much fat? Ugh, it looked so good on the front side, but then underneath there was so much fat or waste. Finding a lot of fat in a steak is like finding a lot of waste in a process. It can be disappointing and can sometimes come as a surprise. Lean helps us take a closer look at our process, identify the waste areas, and improve the overall process through elimination or reduction of each piece of waste. A traditional way of solving problems is that managers sit around a table and decide how to solve a problem, tell their staff what to do, and then wonder why it doesn't work or isn't effective. Lean thinking and Kaizen takes a much different approach in that it is customer-focused and staff-centered. The frontline staff, those who work through these processes every day, are the process experts and therefore should have first-hand input on how to change and improve the process. The word Kaizen means change for the better and is a philosophy of continuous improvement for making incremental change. This term is really a mindset for change. It means that we plan to take something, the process, apart and put it back together better than it was before. For this to work, QI teams must be cross-functional, as this helps them learn to make improvements in a methodical way and to work together to solve problems rapidly. We will talk more about team structure in a later module. Make sure to involve everyone in this QI process. Your entire organization should be aware of the project your team is working on. This thinking and concept of change should be performed regularly, and if made continuous, has the capacity to transform a culture. But in order for this to happen, it requires thinking and behavior change from everyone: leaders, mid-managers, frontline staff, etc. These are a few of the tools in the Lean Thinking Toolkit. The tools listed here are focused on throughout the e-learning program, but there are many more Lean tools available as well that we will not touch on. The Kaizen event is a rapid cycle improvement event that spans about 3 to 5 days and requires hands-on work from the QI team. This is a time for QI teams to fully devote themselves to this project, resulting in rapid change throughout the process, as well as a to-do list to move forward and ensure sustainability. If you would like more information on holding a Kaizen event, please email us at info@improvepartners.org to request information about this service. The term Gemba is defined as go to the area in which the work is being done. A Gemba walk is when a QI team follows a customer throughout the process, from beginning to end, to identify waste. You will learn more about this concept in our Gemba module. Once your team has gone to the Gemba and performed a waste walk, you can utilize this information to map out your process and identify wastes and change ideas. You will learn more about the value stream map and mapping processes in later modules. The spaghetti diagram is another somewhat simpler way to map out your process and visually see the waste. When you draw the lines of customer movement throughout a process, the lines tend to overlap and resemble spaghetti. You will learn more about this tool in our spaghetti diagram module. 5S is one of the easiest and most popular tools used in lean healthcare. It is a simple way to organize and optimize a space by following the 5 S's: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. 5S plus standardization will yield the best results, as you cannot truly standardize a process before getting organized. As you can see from these pictures, 5S'ing a space can be a lot of work, but the results are beneficial to everyone. Once the process has been mapped and wastes and change ideas have been identified, prioritization of ideas to test first will be necessary. In our prioritization module, we will demonstrate 2 key tools you and your team can use to make sure the top change ideas get tested first. Now let's try it. Think about a process at work or at home. Who is the customer of this process? Identify any problem areas that you see. Remember when identifying problems to keep the customer in mind. Brainstorm which lean tools and methodologies you think may help you begin to tackle this issue. If you need additional assistance, please contact us at info@improvepartners.org for a consultation. Thanks for listening.